One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Audio, mic, there we go. Welcome to my Gamer Lounge here. I'm Ahman Green Bay Packer all-time leading rusher and all-around fun dude to hang around, play video games with, talk movies, talk DC, talk Marvel, Star Wars, whatever you want. This is your ultimate destination for all things gaming, hosted by myself. I can't talk about myself in third person, but I am a gaming enthusiast, former NFL running back, former head coach, director of esports at Lakeland University and at University of Nebraska, where I played football and went to school as well. So on this show is your weekly getaway to the latest news, game releases, and some discussion, in-depth discussion about some of the industry topics going on in the world today in the video game and esports world, business development, and all that fun stuff. So whether you're a casual gamer or a hardcore gaming fan, esports fan, my Gamers Lounge is the place for you and for everyone. So grab your controller, settle down, and join us as we dive into a dynamic world of gaming. So just checking in with y'all from last week. Hey, had another travel weekend, but this one was more chill. Went to visit friends down in Florida. Stayed with them for a few days. Had to stay an extra day because my flight got canceled because of inclement weather, thunderstorms, and I'm not going to argue that at all. I'm not going to argue Mother Nature when it comes to flying, and I'm not going to argue maintenance problems with the airplane. I am not going to complain. Hey, it is what it is. That's why I travel with a Switch, my laptop, and a lot of charge cables. So if I got which I did this year already, spend a night in a terminal airport in Atlanta, Georgia. So, but no, it was at least this time I was able to at least stay home, stay at a house with somebody I knew and play video games, topics, watch the NHL draft. I never watched the NHL draft. It was pretty cool. So with my buddy John and his wife Britt, shout out to them down in Florida. But yeah, I watched the NHL draft for the first time, and I always have respect for sports that I don't play. Right? I mean, I play for fun. I play basketball for fun, baseball. I even tried out hockey years ago when I moved into my neighborhood in Green Bay. One of the families in our neighborhood is a hockey family. All the boys and maybe some of the girls, the daughters of the mom and dad there, played a lot of hockey. And so we had a hockey rink in the neighborhood. So I got on the ice a little bit. Didn't work out, but I learned my way. And I got the little learning net or whatever. I had to roll with that. But I was like, hey, I didn't grow up with ice skates on my feet, and that's a thin blade, and this is a whole lot of dude right here jumping in some ice skates. So don't pan out too well. But I figured it out. I was able to stand up. I could go straight. I just gotta learn how to turn and get the faith, and that's what all the hockey guys, the kids, would say. You got to have faith when you hit a turn with hockey, because when you start first learning how to turn with ice skates on, it becomes a dilemma. You know, you're like, man, if I hit this turn right, I'm gonna turn, but if not, I'm gonna fall flat on my face on some hot, ice cold ice, rock hard ice that is gonna win every time. In terms of, I think I got an extra concussion in the off season, early in like September or February or January one year. Probably wasn't good for my body. I'll say that. What's up, Cowboy Natty in the chat? Akido, and he wants his pizza puffs. We're gonna have to find somebody to get you some. Try another. I'm gonna see if they got pizza puffs down here in Houston. So whenever you come down to visit, I could take you there. I'm all around fun, dude. Thank you, Cowboy Natty. Appreciate you on that. Oh, so yeah, got back home after the delay, the canceled flight, and now just settling in. I'm actually home for a whole week, which is actually feels great. So I'm here through the whole week, holiday week. So I will not be streaming on 4th of July. Obviously, it's a holiday. Take a day off, please do. I know it's gonna be other streamers on Twitch out there streaming. I can't do holidays, Christmas, especially between birthdays and like major holidays like 4th of July, Christmas, birthday, family. My immediate family in the house. So my wife, if my granddaughter's visiting, daughter's visiting, no stream. So no stream this Friday, so everybody knows. But I will be gaming, of course. I'm gonna be online. So if you look up, everybody that streams, that's been on the show knows my gamer tags. If you haven't, it's real easy. I think it's gamer tag, and then shout out to a Vienna Valor. That's my cousin right there. And so she is a new streamer out. Please go over to her Twitch channel. Is under her name. So Vienna Valor. You see her in the chat. Where she said she made it in. She is my like I said, cousin from a family. She married my nephew. One of my nephews. She married, and she is a fantastic. I watched her stream last night. Awesome. She played Repo, the game Repo, Akido. So you got somebody to roll with, and if you ever want to play with them, she played Repo. I hadn't played it yet. I heard about it. I think you told me about it, Akido. So she had fun. She's a screamer. She was screaming at the game. It was funny. I loved it. No, that's what we gotta do. This is what Twitch streamers. This is what streamers do. We have a friend. We have a community. We connect other people with you. So gotta go. So Vienna Valor, go over to her Twitch channel right now. Hit follow. At least hit follow. If not subscribe, but at least follow her. She has fun stream. She was playing that Repo. She had me laughing. When she was laughing, she was screaming in some of the parts of Repo. I was like, oh man, I like this. It's funny. I like horror games, so she's doing that, and she plays with my nephew. Shout out to Preston. He plays Helldivers. So my man has over 400 hours in Helldivers. So I don't know. He's definitely gonna be leading the pack when I'm playing with him. I looked at his time. I was like, I think I have 6 hours, maybe 400 and plus 416 to be exact. So you should definitely play Repo though. We got to do Repo. We got to do a together stream next time you do Repo. Maybe on the holiday. Well, maybe on Saturday, because I know y'all doing 4th of July stuff. Let's do Saturday or Sunday maybe of this week, or maybe next week. We could talk about it more in length. Vienna, and go from there. But no, it was fun watching you play Repo, and it's gonna be even more fun watching when we all play Helldivers. That'll be hilarious. Yeah, and I know Preston, he is a beast. He's good he sits on the game. I know, just like I used to, like I do now, and he gets good. And then he knows all. I know him and Zach know all the little ins and outs. So I'm in good hands when I'm playing. When we are playing with them, my two nephews, guys. So Akido, what is it? What's the team? Is it multiple? Is it more than? I know you could be at least 3 players. Is it 4 or 5? Because I know Akido, he'll play. You, me, Preston, Zach. So that's 5. That's how I have Helldivers, but I only played like 1 hour. I'm gonna say I think 5. Can 5 people be on the roster, Vienna? And on Helldivers? Let me know. Because that's a date. We're gonna do that. Team of 4. Okay, team of 4. All right. So definitely you, me, Preston, and Zach. And if Zach can't come in, we got a replacement with Akido. He could come in, Chanyara. He could do that. He's a good player. He's a good stream. He's no, you don't. Akido, we ain't gonna start streaming again. Gotta ask you a question. I know you stream. Have you streamed? I know you got out of class. You just graduated. So I know you've been busy with that. So are you gonna stream anytime soon? Like ever again? Or you live vicariously through me streaming? Akido, what's good? So we got a fantastic show. And he's like, well, he has the robot sad face, so that probably means no. So we got a great show line for you all in the chat today. Taking a hiatus, probably, yeah. He does a lot of things. He's a content creator. He does photography, Vienna. He's helped me out with some shows on the road. I went to this one event in Chicago in January. Frosty is a fighting game convention. He came down. So he surprised me. He showed up. I was like, what? I was like, you didn't have to come here. And he did. So doesn't get any better than that when you got friends that will come support you in any capacity. So boom. He's got my vote for best friend, best bud right there. So, and he said, he's an affiliate too. So he knows some stuff. He's been gaming. He's a good gamer. He likes between Fortnite and Marvel, Call of Duty. I got to get him on the sports games, though. He hasn't played a whole lot of Madden and NBA 2K. I do everything. It's like as an athlete, it's like, okay, if I did all that, I played football, I played basketball, baseball growing up, swim, rode my bike. Gamer, I got to do the same thing. I got to be shooter gamer. I got to be sports gamer. I got to be a fight gamer. I got to RTS it. I got to get some more RTS. And then eventually we're going to get down into some Magic the Gathering. I heard that's a big, I've always seen it from distance. I go to the cons like PAX, East and West, DreamHack. They have the D&D tables. They have the Magic the Gathering tables. I'll be walking down that road eventually. So, see, I can't. Also, Vienna doesn't play. Yeah. Like I said, sports games it's an acquired taste, And I'm like, oh, so I got some teaching to do. So I could teach y'all. I know Preston know how to play. I know Zach know how to play. Zach got us playing D&D. Yes. Ooh. Are y'all playing like that card game, or y'all playing digital? Because I'll join y'all. And I know Akido plays, and then another friend, Andrew or Eeyore. And then we have guys like Bane, the Bear Fan that could join us. I think Bear Fan plays D&D, or he does Magic the Gathering or something like that. So these are guys that are part of my stream, Vienna. So cards only play when we can. We can. Yeah, gotcha. I understood the last word. I got it. Okay, so cards, yes. If it isn't ready, so Baldur's Gate would be right up your alley. Okay, yep. That one's like D&D. So Baldur's Gate 3, Vienna, is similar. It's basically D&D. Yep. All right, so let's get on to the show today. But before we do, let's give a shout out to one of our sponsors here on the show. So Dr. Tom, I was just talking to him. Our Slide Drink is doing some big things. I love to be a part of the team. They got some new content creators out there. If you know Cam Scatterboo, the running back from ASU, Arizona State, that just got drafted to the New York Giants. He is now a slide drink influencer like myself. He also streams. He is a Apex guy, Fortnite. He plays all the battle royales. He plays Apex. He plays Fortnite. And I'm not sure. I think Warzone. Those are the main three. And then a good friend of mine, Lornell McPherson, beat me on the last night of close quarters combat on CDC. It was actually going to probably run Friday. I don't know exactly if it's running, but my man's good at some Warzone Akido. We got some another Warzone player. And he beat me up last night. He got me. I beat him the first game, and then he swept me. He reverse swept me. So shout out to Lornell McPherson. Lornell. Gotta say that, Lornell. All right. Let's get on to, like I said, one of our sponsors of the show, Slide Drink. One of the first. Not the first, but one of the first. Here we go. Whether you're deep in the digital world or out exploring the great outdoors, Slide Drink keeps the good times rolling. So power up your play with Slide Boost for energy, Slide Chill to relax, and Slide Dream to recover. No matter where your adventures take you, explore with Slide. Refresh, recharge, and repeat. All right, there. Let's get into the quick news bites. Thank you to the sponsor of Slide. Let me turn that up. That's low. I just got beat up. All right, and we got some fun stuff going on here. We got big game announces. I love when the big game announces come in. Let me fix that screen there where y'all can see it there. Yes, that's my man from Red Dead Redemption. One game I got to finish, and I love it. So Red Dead Redemption fans, and in the title, as it says, have rejoiced as creator announces a new open world game. So they're not I'm not sure if it is making a Red Dead 2, but it's someone that made the game is making another game similar to Red Dead. So here we go. It says in the article you can find on gamingbible.com, it states that the renowned creator Dan Houser has in fact confirmed plans for a new open world video game. If you're a fan of Red Dead, like I mentioned, or Grand Theft Auto, which I'm both. Love both of those games from Rockstar. Thank you, Dan and Houser and crew. All right. So with that announcement, alongside his brother Sam, he served as executive producer on a ton of other studio projects, also notably known, Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Bully. I remember Bully, never played it. Anybody play Bully in the chat? To name just a few of the other titles that Dan and his brother have worked on during their stint in the gaming space. So Houser actually departed Rockstar back in 2020, so in COVID year. So set up an Absurd Ventures, that's the name of his new company, in 2021. So Absurd Ventures isn't exactly a game studio. It kind of dibble dabs in everything in entertainment. So it's an entertainment company producing IPs and projects across different media forms. So last year, the first of those surfaces from the form of it's called a show called A Better Paradise. Anybody catch wind of that or watch that or hear about A Better Paradise? An audio fiction series starring Andrew Lincoln, which debuted at #1 on Apple's fiction chart. All right. So Lincoln portrayed inventor and psychologist Dr. Mark Tyburn, who set out to create an ambitious digital game world using AI-driven, super intelligent, but the technology yielded disturbing results. As such, the project was laid to rest, dormant and undiscovered until now. I'll admit I haven't listened to the series, so but the series sounds pretty cool, pretty fantastic. So it is sort of like Westworld-esque, which I love that movie or TV series on HBO. Great TV series. And so, let me see, check the chat. You've been doing the 95 reunion for the Michigan game this year? Yeah, I'll be doing that. Yep, I'll be doing that. Just wanted to come to the chat a little bit. Hey, you'll like playing Bully. If you like playing Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption Vienna, you'll like Bully. Just wanted to jump in the chat real quick because I know the chat is always popping off. So I'm glad I did. So A Better Paradise is officially being adapted into a series of novels and a press release confirming that a video game version is in the works beyond that. So A Better Paradise Volume 1 and Aftermath is the name of the first novel. This particular version will go deeper into the origins and secrets of the mysterious video games development as told by the tortured souls who are now on the run from the AI entity. Oh man, this sounds like a horror game already. I love it. When something's chasing something and you put entity in it, horror, that is a horror game right there. Scary. Vienna, you'll be screaming again. So they play part in the creating and releasing as a per release. That was the press release. So published by Observe Game Ventures Press in print, ebook, and audiobook. A Better Paradise Volume 1 and Aftermath will launch on the 14th of October this year. So Dan Houser is super busy. Him and his brother putting out good stuff. And they are hitting the mark. So also in the press release, it was then confirmed that an open world game, a video game, will be set for a better Paradise universe. It's also in development. Man, I love it. All right, now getting to the nitty and gritty. So still imagining plenty of Rockstar fans who are downloading a better Paradise audio cities to feel great. I think I'm gonna try that out. I'm gonna go on Apple and listen to the audiobook and check it out. So with that, the new world for this new world that's set up to fill the Red Dead Redemption shaped our whole lives. So I want to say shaped my life. I was a grown man when I started playing it, but I still liked it, and I definitely like Cowboys a lot more playing that game. So I beat 1, Red Dead 2. I beat 2. I played 2. I didn't beat it. So given Hauser extensive background in video games, I'll be shocked if this hasn't been in the works since Observe Games was established back in 21, and that's not to say it's even in a full development yet. So it's a lot of question marks with it, but we know it's going to be a good product. If you played Red Dead, you played Grand Theft Auto, you know what they do. They have a lot of fun, or they let us have a lot of fun by making the game very different. You know, when Grand Theft Auto went online, it changed the world. It changed the whole mindset of GTA when it was already, you were having fun, you know, being a criminal, committing crimes and doing crazy missions. But then when it went online, I think I have the best GTA story, mission, short story that has ever happened to a person. So I think Akido, you know this one. But Vienna, you'll learn this story right here. So me and my boy Ben up in Wisconsin, when GTA 5 came out and it went online, then it's like, you know what, let's do some things. We could, you know, he's like, oh man, we have street races. We could go on different little missions to do things like, you know, he could do a hit on somebody, rob a bank, you know, do the Ocean's 11 thing where you rob in a casino, things like that. So I was like, okay, let's do something. So and for me, you know, I'm conservative in RPG games where, you know, I don't want to just die all the time. So I like to be real conservative. So I said to my boy, I said, man, let's just start small. Let's rob a liquor store. Mind you, if you're just checking in, we're talking about GTA. I didn't rob no liquor store, just so you know this. So we're playing GTA 5. My boy says, all right, let's do that. Let's do a liquor store right off the PCH, right off the beach, off of Beach Boulevard, right? I'm like, all right, cool. All right, what I'll do, you know, I'll go in, you cover the door, you know, I'm talking to Ben, I'm giving this the game plan. You cover the door, I'm gonna go in, right? I'll get the money from the clerk at the register, and then we'll bounce. Boom. Easy deal, right? Get in there. With my character, I'm walking through the door. Ding dong, you know, little ding dong from the door. Let the people know that's some customer in the house. So I go straight to the register, pull out my gun. Hey, it's a robbery, right? And I'm waiting there. Like, put the money in the bag, clerk. Let's go. You know, you gonna be okay. I'm not. I don't know I got a gun on you, but you know, I don't like pulling triggers. So this is just here for defense. So and so we get going, and all of a sudden I hear from my mic, my teammate goes, Ben goes, hey, AG, we got a problem. I'm like, huh? What's wrong? He said, hey, man, a car just pulled up with 5 people and everybody has an RPG. And then he gets blown up. Boom! All in his boom, boom, boom. He's like, oh, he said, mission over. When I turned to look, I actually turned around with my character in the game to go look at the front door, and I turned back, and the clerk shoots me. Didn't kill me, but shoots me, and we're shooting back and forth in the game. The clerk is an NPC too. It's not even a real person. It's an NPC, so they shooting at me. So then I hook up with my boy Ben, and we like, hey man, you want to just second guess this? It's like, yeah, let's not do this because online it brought it to a whole nother level of I say shenanigans on GTA 5 and 6. So we're like, you know what? We're just gonna stick to the actual missions, complete the game, and go about our day. So, oh my goodness, that was it. I was like, I'm out. Ben was shell shocked because he had 4 out of 5 RPGs hit him all at once. I was like, God, dog, my bad. Oh my goodness gracious. So yeah, that was my GTA story. So Dan Hauser, if he's on the job, it's gonna be another fun game coming out, and hopefully GTA 6 will get that soon as well. All right, let's head over to the next article up here on Quick Hittin News Bytes. So we got Microsoft announces Xbox Game Pass for July and Wave 1 lineup. Oh, more video games. But it's now a little bit closer to your fingertips. So this is on Xbox Game Pass, and we all know that. And also Xbox Game Pass is PC as well. So it's either on your console or on your computer. So Microsoft has announced Wave 1 of the Xbox Game Pass July 2025 lineup, which includes Tony Hawk Skater 1, 3, plus 4. The game, I heard it's a fun game and popular game. The return of High on Life, and a few more other big games like July 1st coming out. That's already out now is Little Nightmares Part 2. Across Game Pass Ultimate, PC Game Pass, and Game Pass Standard, and the return of Rise of the Tomb Raider. Ooh, I've still been playing old school Lara Croft. Haven't got to that one yet. And across Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass and Pass Standard. So today, right now, you got Legend of Mana, the Trials of Mana, as you enter into Game Pass Standard on July 3rd. So tomorrow, if y'all haven't played this game, y'all have missed out. This is going to be a fun game. It's now on Xbox. I thought it was already on Xbox, but I'm not sure, I guess. So Ultimate Chicken Horse. Anybody play? Raise your hand. You play Ultimate Chicken Horse? Please put a hand in the chat up. It's on Switch. I had it on Switch first, and it was such a fun game. You pick a character. It could be a horse, a cow, a pig, any farm animal. And then you put an obstacle course together. Long story short of it. And then you try to make sure the other person doesn't get to the other side of the map. So it is so fun of a game there. Let me get you to the Game Pass list there. So yeah, this Ultimate Chicken Horse game is so fun. Let me highlight that. It's so fun. The accent also on there as well. We have Miana Lane, Tony Hawk 4 and 5, or 3 and 4, excuse me, High on Life, like I mentioned already. What did not mention? Nothing else. All right. It says also the Microsoft collaboration with Antstream Arcade to bring Activision's games from the 80s and the 90s to Game Pass members. So you got Cosmic Commuter, you got Heart of China, you got Skiing, you got Solar Storm, and you have Subterrani, something like that. Hopefully I said that correctly. As always, a number of games are set to leave Game Pass this month, which is you better get your game done in fast, because then once it leaves Game Pass, you got to go buy it on disc. That means you got to spend some extra money. All right, so you don't want to do that. So games leaving by July 15th. We have Flock Mafia, which is a fun game, and that's the definitive edition. Magical Delinquency, Tachia, Callisto Protocol, and the Case of the Golden Idol. Ooh, sounds distinguished game. So there you go. If you got Xbox Game Pass, y'all. What's up, Dome Rocker? Appreciate the sub. I think I owe you a jersey. Marvel Rivals has Phoenix coming soon. Nice. Do I owe you a jersey, Dome Rocker? Are you at 37? I don't know. Let me know, yes or no, if I could get you one. I need it. I got jerseys now, so I know I got a couple to send out this week. I've been getting caught up on all my sendings of things, so I'll get that jersey to you. Go to Discord, drop in your address and DM me in the Discord. All right, I'll get that jersey to you, Dome Rocker. All right, and that is the quick hit news. Fun stuff. So if you got the Xbox Game Pass, y'all, take advantage of it. I do. That's how I end up playing Southpaw Midnight. Now I'm almost done with that. I know that's about to drop off, and I don't want to miss that. So, all right, we got our next sponsor coming in here. We're doing. I mean, if you haven't been in a while, like Dome Rocker, you haven't been in a while. We're doing commercials now, bro. All right, we got some fun stuff going on here. So let's head on to. We got Bear Light Cast says stoked on it, man. Been on Xbox Game Pass for years. Yes, I have been too. And once it's gotten better and better every year, other than the price going up, let's just have the price go down for people that get grandfather like me. You could grandfather me in Xbox, Microsoft. Please do that. Can you do that? All right, here we go. All right, next commercial up. We got from our good friends out in North Carolina, Rich and Abe and crew, Belaski, Chris and Mike, to remember a few. Mark as well, with Stay Plugged In. Here we go.
Looking to turn your passion for gaming into a college opportunity? Stay Plugged In is the premier platform connecting esports players with college programs nationwide. Whether you're grinding on Valorant, Rocket League, or Overwatch, Stay Plugged In gives you the tools to showcase your skills and earn esports scholarships. Don't just play, get recruited. Visit staypluggedin.com and start your journey to the next level today.
Man, that's my new teammates partnership. Boom, hand it off. Boom, there. All right, this week in esports history, got some fun stuff, man. We got the Call of Duty. Let me see here. Boom, share that to the screen. So if you didn't watch this over the last couple weekends, on June 30th, on Monday, the Call of Duty League Championship set a new viewership record for the franchise era, becoming the second most watched Call of Duty esports event ever. OpTic Texas was the champs there, so they got, I think, they have 3 or 4 championships so far with in the Call of Duty League, man. So shout out to the OpTic Gaming here. That's right up north of me in the Dallas area at the Esports Arena, where they played most of their games, but compete all over the United States in the CDL. So shout out to them. Congratulations on that. And also setting history, winning and setting history for the Call of Duty League itself. Eventually, just think about it, y'all. Well, we won't see this. I'll say 100 years from now, our kids will be a part of 100 years. So imagine 21-25. Wow. Just think about that for a second. 21-25, 100 years from now. And will the Call of Duty League still be going? I'll say yes. And other leagues, Madden League and all that. And they'll be looking at the Super Bowl like World Championship, NBA World Championship. What? Oh, we got Call of Duty League headlining on ESPN, y'all. Got to think big dreams, y'all. So got that going on here. Another fun one here that is starting up here in a few days, actually has a countdown on the clock. The Esports World Cup is coming back at you. But last year, this time, July 3rd, which is tomorrow, a year from yesterday, it started up last year, which is around close to, I would say 8 weeks, or close to, I say 6 weeks of esports, from Rocket League to Call of Duty to Tekken, Street Fighter, League of Legends. Everything in the gaming esports platform is going on in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, is making. So this last year was the mark of the beginning of the world's largest esports event at that time. So this is the Olympics of esports right here that's taking off. It had took off last year and will continue this year. So everywhere you will have the Esports World Cup. It won't be every 4 years like we do the Olympics for traditional sports. We're doing esports every year from now on. I don't know, it might change later on, it may not, or they might keep it every year. But every year we'll be crowning either the same team as a champion or new people, new players as a champion. But you see the countdown clock there. So 5 days from now, 12 hours, 20 minutes, and 49 seconds and counting. You got the Esports World Cup. You could catch everything. They do have a Twitch channel and a YouTube channel. And you can come to the website. You can look at all the games, the competitions. They have fantasy esports. So like fantasy football, fantasy baseball. They have fantasy esports there at the website. They have the schedule. They have the festival that goes on there in Riyadh that welcomes all the competitors and their teams into the city and the Saudi Arabia part of the world, the Middle East. You have the Esports World Cup level up, and you have all the news and updates for the event itself. So this is so cool, so awesomeness. All right. And on that note, I know we're dropping in the commercials here, but we got another one from our good friends over at Lucid Sound. Shout out to Timmy Two Eyes. How you doing, man? Let me get that on going up here. And here you go. Got to hear stuff when you're gaming, right? Got to have nice headphones. Here you go.
Level up your game with Lucid Sound, the next evolution in gaming audio. Whether you're Team Xbox or PlayStation, Lucid Sound has you covered with premium wireless headsets for Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, and PS4. Hear every step, every shot, and every detail loud and clear. Comfort meets clarity. Game with Lucid Sound.
All right, we're back on, and we got the best thing I've seen on social media.
You're so dumb.
Got him! Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right. Here we go. We got the best thing I found on social media, and this is hilarious. I need to laugh. I was in the laughing mood. As soon as I went on my Instagram, I saw this. So this man got a quartet to let the people at his job that he's leaving his job. It doesn't get any better than this. Got to go. Why I sing so, yeah. I am quitting this job today. Hey. You know I said I'm gone, yeah. Hit it. Oh man, this doesn't get any better than that. I wish I could just turn the volume down. We gotta hear that one more time. I know y'all want this. Y'all want to do this whether at your work. Y'all know y'all have dreams of doing this. Yeah, moving on. Why I sing so, yeah. I am quitting this job today. Hey. How many of y'all in the chat? How many of y'all lurking and have not said anything want to do this at your previous job? You wanted to do this, or tell me if you did it. If you did this at your previous job, please let me know. Put it in the chat. I gotta know. Dome Rock. I love it. Oh no. That would be the let me know, please, Dome Rock. The day you're gonna do that, give me a heads up. I will be there. I want to see it in person. To do that, to put that together on your last day of working at your job. And it's not, I wonder if he liked the job. Well, if he didn't like the job, I think that's how he went to that level, to bring in a quartet, actually a quintet, to perform with him. and he makes it 6. Actually, it's 5 plus him. That's 6. So that's a sextet. I don't know. Is that right? I don't know. I don't think that. Akido, what you mean? I know that has a lot in there, not just you and you doing what you do. So I know that has a lot of meaning behind it when you say my last job was with Drew. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you had fun. That was a fun job. Oh man, but yeah, awesomeness. When I saw that on my social media, I said, man, one thing when I see funny videos of really impressive videos, if they're not funny, but I learned something and they're out there, I just hope that people are making a living doing what they're doing, because whoever has this control of this Instagram account, this one probably has how many? It has over 2,900 likes. Actually, no, that's his reply. Oh, he has 195,000 likes. Boom. There you go. That's hilarious. When I saw that, I was like, and it's not the first time I saw it. I just hadn't saw it in a while. And so I was like, I got to get this on here. Oh, man, that was too funny. Yes. Indeed. All right, here. Whew. Good one. That was a good one here. All right, now we're headed off to this week in video game history. We got some fun stuff coming at you. We're going to start off with my man, this guy right here. If you remember this guy, Mr. Kirby. On this day, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror was released in Europe in 2004. Pokemon Platinum was released in South Korea in 2009. And we all know what Pokemon Akido was launched. When was Pokemon Platinum released here in America? I know you know that because you're the Pokemon guru in the chat. And also Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. I didn't play the game. I had Game Boy Advance. 2004, I definitely was playing on my Game Boy Advance. I had a Pokemon Pinball. That's what I played religiously on it. I think I still have that game around here somewhere. All right. So what else good is on that week? On where is it at? There it is. Oh, flip that around. All right, this as well. On July 3rd of this week, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System was launched in Australia in 1992. Ooh, man, I was a sophomore in high school. Akko, how old are you? Vienna? I know Vienna, you and Preston are around the same age, so I know he was probably in 8th grade, maybe. He was in middle school. You know, in the chat. Where were you at in 1992? 1992, I was, this time, I'll say July 1992. I was in the summer going into my summer of 1992. I was going into my junior year. I had just transferred to Central High School. Oh, that was a long summer for me. It was a fun summer, though. I am convinced that I can beat anyone in Super Mario Kart Row. That was my game. Oh, you were born that year. Oh, man. You were born October of 92, Vienna. And Dome Rocker, I was like 7. Okay, I was a sophomore, a junior. I was going to my junior year of high school. So that means Preston's older than you, because I know he's older than Niles, Akido. You were born in February 93, so you were a year old. Man, I'm old. So that came out in Australia. Good day, mate. That's where they got the Super Nintendo popping off down there. All right, next one on the list here. And this is, we talked about this game last week, and they came to and now it's coming out really soon. Really soon. Oh, and on July 4th, Richard Garriott, co-creator of Ultimate Series, was born in 1961. In 2006, GoldenEye Rogue Agent was released in Japan. So that means GoldenEye, I don't know, it had another one. Did I? No, I didn't know this. You know what? It slipped my mind. I did not know this. I missed this one. I can't wait that. I think last week we talked about it here on the show. GoldenEye's coming back out real soon. looks very fun. And so to have Rogue Agent, oh, got to get it. So P is like 6 years older than me. Oh, yeah, see. I was like, he had to be like 6 or 7 because we were always hanging out. We got to start hanging out online. That's why we have to do this. And then if y'all got the Switch, Vienna, we could play some Mario Kart. If y'all get the Switch 2, we could do Mario Kart Worlds because I'm getting mine this week, and my boy Akido in the chat helped the brother out, and he found one. I was like, yes, thank you. So we could get some Mario Kart Worlds or Mario Kart if you have the Switch, the last one. We do have 2 Switches. Bam! That's what that is. When you get a Switch, it will go and bring everybody together. All right. So that was going on July 4th, back in 2006. For all of this, and 1961, my man was born. I guess he was a game creator. All right. So that is what is going down in esports history, video game history, the week of. So pretty dope there. Pretty dope information there. All right. One of our last sponsors of the show here. Been working with Grace and her crew. Got me connected with this company. Hey, Vienna, I can hook you up with this group right here. It's a fun little app. It's like Uber Eats meets Steam or Uber Eats meets Xbox Game Pass. Check it out. Here's the commercial.
While you game, DevourGo delivers more than just food. It is the next-gen commerce platform bringing seamless ordering into the heart of gaming and entertainment. Skip the app hopping from your computer to the kitchen. DevourGo makes it easy to fuel up without missing a moment. Game on, eat up, DevourGo.
Yeah, they got what else they got on there? They got we could build out our own guild on that thing where you can basically whatever game. It could be Fortnite, it could be Marvel Rivals, it could be D&D, it could be Baldur's Gate, it could be Helldivers. You got I didn't see a Helldivers guild. We could build our own Helldivers guild. So on that note, I think this thing's cranked up too. We got a fun game. Oh, this game I am getting. And this is a game, Vienna. Let Preston check. I think Preston might already know about this game. I know how he works. He's already knowing the upcoming releases. But if he may not know, this game is going to be it for Preston right here. It's so fire. We got Mecha. What's on the bottom scroll right there? Mecha something. I'm looking at let me go to my. We got Mecha Break here. Check it out here. Mecha Break. Boom. Ooh, wee. That takes me back to Robotech. Got some Gundam Wing going on right here. Getting fire. So Mecha Break is an online mech PvP shooter featuring 3v3, 6v6, and PvPvE extraction game modes. So in a multiplayer, Mecha Break is a multiplayer mech game that allows players to choose from diverse mechs, customized appearances, and battle Colossus war machines on treacherous terrain. Get ready for the ultimate showdown. So you blitz, brawl, and then blaze. That's what I'm talking about. This aggressive gameplay right here. I like it. Total aggressive gameplay. I love the robots. I'm downloading this now. Yes, we got robots. Man, that's like Transformers and Robotech had a baby. Or we go Red Dead Redemption and Robotech had a baby. Because I'm pretty sure it's got to be a story mode in this thing. And if it's not, if it's all multiplayer game, oh my God. But yeah, see, I told you, Preston will like this one. And I haven't played Armored Core Akidos, but I know what you're talking about, along with Gundam too. I played a little bit of that. But Robotech, I love watching that show when I was a kid. That was right after Voltron. So I go from one battle robot to another. And so Mecha Break is right along that alley. Thank you, developers and creators of this game. We got it's on Steam and Facebook. It's on all platforms here. I'm just looking up the developer. Let it run again. We got amazing Sun Games is the developer and publisher of this game. So, yeah, it looks so fun. Yeah, I gotta get the cartridge for it. I cannot go to Best Buy or GameStop and get this. I gotta actually have the disc because this is gonna be the first time me owning a Mecha Break gaming. So I gotta do the disc. Oh, is it download only? Man, I would love to have a disc of what that case would look like to hold in my hand and be like, this is it. It's so fun. I can just tell that's so fun. So we downloading this. We're doing this. It's free to play. Oh, it's getting better than that. Then it's free to play on top of that, y'all. I'm having out nuggets. It's so good we gotta watch it twice. Well, I love the gameplay. I love the fighting scenarios. You're gonna have to get quick with those buttons. I see that right now. The graphics are amazing. Are you doing mid-air battles? Oh no, he merged with that thing. He merged with him. Become a bigger robot. That's Voltron right there. That's all good right there. That's right up my alley. All right. Download only free to play. That's music to my ears. Because I can't get the disc. Free to play is even better. This is perfect for my his first PC gaming. Oh yeah! We getting the kids in the. Oh, I got Melani playing Princess Peach on the Switch and Mario Kart 2. So yeah, we gotta do what we gotta do our job as a parent. There we go. All right, Mecha Break coming at you. All right, next game on the list here for game releases of the week. And it's a big game. I think y'all know this game already. It's a big game, And you saw it was scrolling on the bottom of the screen too, so I can't really say you don't know what I'm talking about. So here we go. College football is out, y'all. It's that time of year.
Career from high school recruit
Here's a little
all
rundown.
the way to NFL legend. With Road to
Connecting
Glory
your
in
high
EA
school player,
Sports College Football
college
26
player,
and
and the pro
Superstar
part.
in Madden NFL
Games,
26.
college football and Madden.
First, create and customize your
curve.
player and select a position archetype with completely new options across a variety of positions. Then,
And my man
begin
Herb
your
do all the
legacy
talking.
as a high school recruit. The foundation of your entire career hinges on weekly themes
No, I'll
based
do
on
it.
your archetype, each offering.
I'll do it. Yeah, so basically, I can handle this, Kurt. I got this. It's my show. But you can build out on college football your high school player. Pick your position, running back, quarterback, linebacker, whatever. And then obviously you could pick certain challenges to basically have good games and then get recruited by the universities. So here, obviously, it's a quarterback that's been chosen, which probably a lot of people will choose a quarterback. I'm going to obviously go, you know what I'm going with. I'm going to go running back first. Then I'm going to go linebacker. And then obviously you basically got to I got to go through high school again by being a good student, being a good athlete, eventually get to this point where I'm picking out what schools. And when I got to that point, it was Nebraska, Arizona, and I would say, I wanted to say Penn State, but they kind of knocked themselves off the hat board there. Preston's twin is playing all the games. I love it, Vienna. But to college football, you practice with your players, you gain the points in practice mode and all that. You build out your character in college football 2026. And then as you gear up to go through your season, you win your conference championship, you win the national, you get to the national, you go through the college football playoff. then you get to the national title game. You win that. And obviously you got to hit the books too. That's what I love about this game. It's hitting all facets of being a college student. You got to have good grades. You got to understand what you got to do to be on the field, and you got to be eligible. So we got, if you and then this opportunity to win the trophies, if you win a national title or Heisman or the Doak Walker or the Biletnikoff Award, here you go. Then you play in the national title game, your team wins, and then boom, you're a senior, you graduate, you move on to the NFL, and now you're getting drafted, you're getting scouted. Your people are always watching what you're doing, just like we do with pro athletes today, right? ESPN and all the shows that follow them everywhere. And so you're doing all that, combine, everything. So it's a long stretch, right? If anybody that loves football, if you love football, I say I love football, but I live football. So I don't think I have to go through this on the video game side, but I might do it just to see what the experience is like. I might do that. I might create my character, put me in the game as a running back. I might do linebacker. I don't know, running back, linebacker. I might do offense, defense. Since I did offense as a player, I might do defense on as a virtual player, right? And then go through it. But then obviously get to the NFL. I know that part, right? I played it. I lived it. I understand how you gotta, carry yourself. You gotta be to meetings on time. You gotta make sure you get your rest. You gotta make sure if you get injured, you get the treatment you need to be back on the field, because you want to consistently be on that field. That's how you become a Hall of Famer, because you can never miss the field. You never miss gameplay. You show up on tape, in practice, and in the game. So when I say EA is putting it in the game, they're putting it in the game here. So shout out to the guys that I know at EA, starting with Clint Oldenburg. They had lead for Madden and college football. So they done another, look like, great job for if you are a football person. Oh my goodness, you're gonna have for everything from start to finish. Basically, you start in high school and can finish all the way at the Super Bowl with your player. Then if you're even crazy, go back through it with another player. Do an offensive player and then go defense. And you get all this fun bundle pre-order stuff when getting the game here. So the game comes out July 7th is the early ones pre-order, and then July 10th is the actual official day. So it is a whole month before college football starts. But I say for the football fanatics that are in the chat, it don't matter. It's out now. So there you go. Madden. And like I sorry, Kurt. This is my show. I'll do the announcing here. So there's college football 2026 coming out. Not a whole lot of good fun stuff there for you. All right, here. So let me jump off that. And all right, we are now headed on down the show line here, almost at the end of this here. Ooh, we didn't get to do it last week. Oh, no, we did. Before we do that, we hit one of our last sponsors of the show. Where did I? Oh, no, I got a website. Actually, I got to do this here. Boom. And they got a new cookie out. So this one has no ad, but I could talk about it. Our good friends at CTRL, so Control, they have a new, if you see that red velvet cinnamon is here, Rick Ross style. So he's a big funder. And I think he's a big part of the company. It helped him lose a lot of weight in terms of the protein meal replacements that they have. But then also they have a good cookie. So, you're doing good. You're losing weight. A little treat doesn't hurt every now and then in moderation. But I had this cookie. They sent me a whole bunch of them. They are really good. Check them out. And it's all good in the health department as well. Because me, I'm always watching what I eat, what I put. Like right now, I'm eating almonds, literally almonds or walnuts. No, these are walnuts. That's how I roll. All right. So head over to CTRL. They got meal replacement drinks as well. I think right here. Here are the milkshakes. Boom. They got the protein cookies, as you saw. Check it out. Different flavors. One of my favorites is the cinnamon toast. And I haven't had strawberries and cream, but that looks good. And of course, chocolate cocoa crunch is very good. It's sold out, as you can see right there. All right. So head over to CTRL. Check them out. And now we're about to get to the end of this show. Almost at the end. Oh, yeah. All very yummy there, Vienna. All right. Getting there to the end of the show here. I can come off that. So we're headed. Oh no, let me pause that first. Let me get on here, and we are at.
Row, row, row
There
your
we
boat
go.
gently up the... sorry. Excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
All right, and what's on stream? We've been recapping Andor season 2, episode 4. You know, we're breaking this down here, and we got a lot going on. I know Bix has been through hell and high water, and Cassian is just trying to, support her in this, through her old, dealing with PTSD and all that from the torturing and things she had. So as we get into the dialogue, let me take that part off so y'all can see the screen. So a time jump, right? And TV shows, movies do this time jump, and a Coruscant safe house. So the story jumps ahead 1 year to BBY. So BBY 3 means stands before the Battle of Yavin. Therefore, the Battle of Yavin 3 refers to 3 years before the destruction of the first Death Star, which in this event that serves as 0 point for Star Wars dating system. So you know the chronological timeline of where we're talking about with Andor, this series, and the whole cinema series as well. So Cassian Andor and Bix Colleen are now deep in operative in Latharan and Riyadh's network, living covertly in a Coruscant safe house. But unfortunately, Bix continues to suffer from intense nightmares tied to the past torture that she received. If you saw last season and obviously the previous episode 3 and 2, you can see that is still obviously in her head and not making her sleep, helping her sleep a whole lot. So Lutheran summons Cassian for a discreet mission. So that means obviously more worry. Now her support system is not there. So Cassian has to go scout the emergency rebellion of the Gorman and gauge whether it can be integrated into the larger alliance of what they're doing with the rebellion. So that is one storyline going on here. And then the other one coming up here is Surreal's double life on Gorman. And we watched Samir Khan kind of develop into this guy where he's trying to stand up to his mom, all at the same time trying to develop a relationship at the same time. So now stationed in Palamo, Gorman, through Imperial connections with Deidre Miro, infiltrates the local rebel cell known as Gorman Front. So that's Surreal right there. Karn posing as a sympathizer. So he intends a town hall to try to basically show that he's on their side. And so meeting organized by rebel leader Corel Rylance. I think I'm saying that like Corel Rylance. Gathering intel under Imperial's directions to provoke unrest and justify a crackdown that is going to be coming of the rebels. So that's Surreal Curran, where he basically is going to talk to the rebel leaders that are not happy right now with what's going on in Coruscant or in the parts of the galaxy. So he goes there to show like he is part of this, and he's not. He's basically a mole and just trying to gather information. And so Surreal is doing his part. They don't know that the people there listening in at the sit down, they're like, they don't know, but they're doing what they're doing, right? They have their I say topics to talk about to try to get past and understand that they're being heard, or they'll make their job, I say, effective, because then they're doing what they're doing for the people, and they obviously could fight the rebellion or fight the empire to not have all their rules and guidelines in effect. And they're like, no. So that's where Surreal and many other people that are sent by the Imperial to basically hide behind enemy lines, send in meetings to basically try to see how they could take apart the rebellion from the inside out by not having the good I say organizing bodies thinking they not that their plans are unknown. So that's slick by the government. I say slick by the imperial government. So you move on. You got Willem, and with Saul Guerrera's partisan. So Saul Guerrera shows up. He's actually been in every episode of this, just about in this season 2, and that is a fantastic character, being also from Rogue One. Remember him. Meanwhile, on Dakar, so Willem Pack continues training under Saul Guerrera's partisans. So his mission is to assist Saul Guerrera's group with a Rydonian extraction device essential for sabotage and operations on that. And if you remember, when he first got questioned, he's like, hey man, do you know what you're doing? Because this is a big deal. We need that mineral. We need this machine to get that mineral out. And that mineral will basically, it will help fund some of the activities that the rebellion is doing. So Guerrero is tough on my man. So Monmouth. So we go back into the political world, right? The political struggles there. Senator Monmouth fights in the Senate to repel the public order resentencing directive. So, an oppressive imperial law targeting rebels like Cassian. So she's making sure that they don't pass a law that basically going to punish people like Cassian who are deep cover spies for the rebellion if they are caught. So her efforts fails, unfortunately, underscoring her political isolation and the empire's tightening grip on all the politicians that are trying to change things on the inside out. Is being tough for her and other, dignitaries and politicians. And then on to, Cassian. Another storyline goes undercover on Gorman eventually. So he disguised as Varian Sky, a Coruscanti fashions designer, interested in Gorman's textiles. Cassian arrives covertly on Gorman. His true assignment: evaluate whether Gorman's front is viable asset or a threat for the rebellion. So you got to find that out. He's going to find that out in his digging and diving, and he's good about that. When he gets behind enemy lines, he turns literally into a whole nother person, and you don't recognize him. He don't recognize himself, as he's mentioned sometimes. So, and on this trip, he meets front member Enza Riselands. So Coral's daughter grows impatient and concerned by the group's lack of discipline and risky tactics. So obviously, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, when you're in the rebellion. I think sometimes everybody can roll with that, and then some people can't. So it keeps people scared, scares people a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm recapping here episode 4, season 2 of Andor. If you haven't watched it, please do. It's a good series. I say if you like any other Star Wars series, especially the one series like this, that is connecting dots, right? We're in between, like I mentioned earlier, a timeline between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope, where I said at the start of this. So this is the BBY, stands for Before the Battle of Yavin. BBY 3 refers to 3 years before the destruction of the first Death Star. So remember, finding the Death Star plans and trying to take it out of the sky and all that stuff. So Bix, again, left behind because Cassian had to go in to do his surveillance. So back in the safe house, Bix spirals. So she, with no support system, she starts to go deeper down into the dreams, and the reluctant memories flashbacking all the time. So right now she only can rely on drugs to block her trauma while Cassian is gone, painting a grim portrait of her mental state and emotional toll of what the rebellion, from the torture that she took, that transpired in the last season, season 1, and then some of the episodes too, where you see the flashback episodes. So when you watch it, got to pay attention. So takeaways from this episode and some of the themes that are driven and the writers are doing here. So fragmented rebellion. So the episode shows that the rebellion, as many small disjointed cells, like the Gorman front to the partisans, still struggling to align with a broader strategy, because right now that's why the empire is dominating, because if all the small groups can't get together, then that's why it was dysfunction, and that's why the Imperial was able to grow the way it did once Vader came into rule, because he could just pick apart and attack whenever he wanted, and that's what he did. Once Anakin became Darth and became the supreme leader, way before Lord Sidious kind of manned it with him a little bit. So also trust and infiltration. So Cyril's infiltration. So right there, the Imperials infiltrating them as well, as Cassian Andor is going into the Empire places behind the scenes. That's where Cyril is also doing the same thing. So disguise illustrate the spycraft and uncertainty at the heart of resistance, and then also psychological costs. So Bix breakdown emphasizes the heavy human price behind covert actions. And then the last one here, political repression. So Mon's failed Senate efforts reveals the Empire's increasing control and cynicism within the government. So power, more limited power. They want that. They want to keep it. But obviously we know the long story, but just seeing in this little capsule of a storyline in this series of Andor, we see, of course, when you're there at the moment, it just feels like they got their hands everywhere. All right. So in the final look of all this, so ever been to Gorman? I was like, what the heck is Gorman? So pushes multiple narrative pieces into the motion. So Cassian is plunged into more espionage, forced to assess rebel effectiveness on Gorman. So that means he's going to go back to his boss and be like, what, man, look, some of these places, even though they're part of the rebellion, they don't know what they're doing. So he's basically got to report that. Ciro's deep in his role in Imperial ranks as well. So as he is infiltrating them, he's trying to rank himself up as well at the same time. So Bix domestic breakdown highlights the emotional shocks of the conflict. So being in this war, just like any war, there's PTSD somewhere. And obviously she was a spy that got captured and was tortured and just is going through it right now. And then also Mothma faces the limits and failures of the political rebellion. And that is huge, because when you have the politicians trying to do things for the rebellion and they can't do those things, they being stopped because of a higher law, a higher order, which is the Imperial and Lord Sidious and all that stuff. So it's a lot going on, and everybody has their part to play. And hopefully, and we know the long run, but to see it in this capsule, in this micro vision of it, it just looks like it's bleak. So this installment builds momentum towards Flashpoint Gorman crackdown, setting the stage for further escalation and forging alliances or fractures within the growing rebellion. So another fantastic episode. Next week we'll be breaking down episode 5. So if you can, you got a whole week, you got a holiday weekend too, you could catch up. You could watch 4 episodes, or maybe a 5th too. You got, what's today? Wednesday. So you got Thursday, Friday. Oh, you got Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, and then Monday. So you got 6 days to watch 5 episodes. That's 1 episode a day. You could do that, right? You could probably do all 5 in a night, which would be crazy, but there you go. All right, that is what's on stream. And I'd like to break that down and so wrap up this show. We have a great show so far. Like I said, fantastic show. Oh, we're done there. Keep hearing a mic. Like somebody else is in here with me. Am I losing it? I've been hit on the head too many times. I'm almost about to wrap this up for you, Cowboy Natty. All right, here, get to the bottom of this. So we got gamer tips of the week. Hey, real easy. Take breaks and avoid burnout. So the tip is playing for long hours can lead to frustration, and or poor performance. So take a break to recharge. Hey, I just experienced this past weekend, and actually yesterday too, or a couple days ago when I played Lornell McPherson in some Call of Duty, and he smacked me. I tried to jump on some Madden, and he beat me. And then Madden, I don't think I won the game. And so I didn't get my I was telling myself I need to go take a little breather, go walk outside, take a hot lap around my neighborhood before I jump back on the Xbox for some college football 25. And nope. I couldn't even. I was running my best offense. Even I had a good drive going at the end of every drive, interception or a turnover. So give yourself a little time to recharge. So practice this. Practice is play shorter sessions with clear goals in mind, such as improving defense or mastering free kicks. So we talking about sports games there in terms of free kicks, or just a mechanic you haven't learned. Right? I remember when I was not good at sniping, I would just play snipe matches and not play a whole game of Halo or Call of Duty. Play, sniper versus sniper and to see what happened. But just not going in to win, just going to learn. It's like, how can I become a better sniper? So taking those breaks, you can avoid burnout is a priority because you're obviously we were just talking about mental health with Bix and Andor. Hey, you got to do the same thing for yourself because I know that's why we have off seasons in football, baseball, basketball, these sports. Esports, you don't really have an off season, but you got to give yourself an off season. I remember my students I'll say definitely at Lakeland, guys and girls, they literally wanted to play all day long. And I'm like, hey, you got to take a break. You got to get some sleep. You got, for one, you're a student. You got to hit the books. You got to make sure your grades are right. So you can't be on the game 24. Being on the esports team at the college level didn't mean to be on the esports team 24/7. No, that's part of your job. Another part of your job is you're a student. Get your grades. You may have a job in college. Go work. And then come in. You got your 3-4 hours where you can go hardcore in the gaming, but then come off of it for 3-4 hours. Get up, walk, work out, do your homework, do your job. If you get obviously my age, you got kids, you got grandkids. So do something different just to kind of, keep the movement going. Because when you try to do, try to be the best and then you lose and you keep going, you're going to keep losing because you're tired or you need a break. Give yourself that break. It's okay. We're not gonna always be the best Call of Duty player all the time, Madden player all the time. But when you're always trying to grind it out, sometimes that grind is gonna grind you. So take a break. So now, Cowboy Natty, we're at the end of the show. I appreciate you coming in as well, Vienna Valor. Hey, if you haven't followed her already, go over to her channel here on Twitch, Vienna Valor. Follow. If not, subscribe, or please do both. That'll be awesome. Cowboy Natty, thanks for coming in. Akido, I think we saw Bane. I'm not sure if Bane was in here. Akido was here. I know that. Oh, we had 2K Vita. What's up, 2K Vita? Will you be back in month next year? I don't know. Good question. I'll find out. I'll let you. As soon as I know, I'll let my chat know. So you got to tune into the stream. So please follow and subscribe here on my channel right there. Trying to see who else was in here. I know Akido JP. Well, I gotta get that. Yep, yes you do, JP. He said, well, I gotta get that Devour. Yes, you do. Bear Lights and Coats. As a Bear Light cast. We gotta play some Mario Kart together, bro. I'll send you my you jump in my Discord, I'll send you my Switch ID so we can play some. Because me and Akido and Steph, they jumped on some Mario Kart with us. Oh, Dome Rocker was in here. Hadn't seen him in a while. Got to get you a jersey too, bro. And Lucas was in the chat as well. Good talking to you, Lucas. As you was able to show up, man. Hope everything's good for you and your girlfriend. And hope everyone has a good rest of your day for yourselves. I'm about to jump off this thing. I'm gonna get me a workout in. I need a workout. I gotta get my workout in. All right, y'all. So, and then, like I said, trying to avoid burnout. So, you guys get your workout. Have a good rest of your hump day. Have a great holiday weekend and safe holiday weekend with family and friends. And I probably won't see you guys next week because I'll be doing a camp. But probably the week after that. So I'll keep you updated on my camp or on the show. We might do it next week. We might not. Probably not because I'm traveling. So be the week after that. So it'll be a couple weeks till you see me again on the stream here. If not, it'll pop up. you'll see that notification. My Green Gamers Lounge. Oh, boom, here we go. So just let you know, I may or may not be on next week. All right. So talk to you guys when I see you, and have a fantastic holiday weekend. Peace out. All right, let's do all this. Yep, you are welcome, Vienna Valor. All right, thank you as well. So here we go. Go down here. Let's get the music going first, right? I don't know if y'all can hear it. I know I can hear it.